Hello friends, in this video we'll discuss one more basic concept of Laravel, and that is what is a seeder and how to use it inside application. So seeder is a class inside Laravel. By the help of that we can generate fake data inside our application. Now here comes the question that why we need test data or fake data inside application. So let's say that we have a Laravel application, and to test our application we don't have any data inside our database. So at that point we need some data. So by using the concept of seeder and factories of Laravel, we can easily generate within seconds all about dummy data for our tables. So we'll discuss all this concept in this video. Back to editor. In Laravel, we have two options to generate dummy data for application. First, we can use the concept of factories. In the second, we can use the concept of seeders. So all these two concepts we will discuss in a very detailed way in this video. So let's start all about the first concept, that is all about using the concept of factories. So if I go inside database, then we can see here we have a folder called factories. So by default inside this folder, here we have a user factory.php file which is by default generated to generate dummy data for users table. Now we want to create a students factory which will generate fake data for students table. So what we'll do, we'll use the concept of php artisan command to generate a factory file of student data. Back to terminal. If I type php artisan, press enter, then we can see inside this command list, go inside make section. So we can see here we have a command called make factory. So once we execute, it create a new model factory. So let's use that php artisan make factory, and let's say that I want to generate fake data for a students table, so it will be student factory. If I press enter, and here we have some error, and that is all about our model class, and this is all about the settings. So first we need to go inside app, models, student, and these all settings what we had done inside last video. So let's remove all these things, save these changes, back to terminal, and once again I will execute the same command called php artisan make factory student factory, press enter. Now we can see our factory file now created, and this file has been created inside database and factories folder. Back to editor, go here database, factories, and here we have our generated file. Next, by the help of concept of this student factory class, now we need to write our logic to generate fake data by the help of this definition method. If we go and look closer to this user factory, then we can see and get an idea about generating fake data for our table. So this is all about the definition for users table, but we need the same concept in the same pattern for students table. So what I will do, I will go inside student factory, go inside this return array, and here first I will pass the column names. So as we know that inside our table, the column we have called name, email, phone number, and gender. So what I will do, I will first type all the column names here, that is name, email, next we have called phone underscore number, and finally we have gender. So in this case, for this name field, we want to generate a fake data. So inside Laravel 10, by default we have a package available. It's by default package. We don't need to install by using Composer, and the package is something faker. It provides the helper function of that, and by using those helper functions we can easily use their properties and methods to generate fake data. So we want the fake value for this name field, so I will use fake, and after that I will use name method. So once we use this line of code, so automatically every time when we call this line, it will generate a fake name value. Let's go and generate for this email field. So again I will use fake, and this time we'll use another method, that is save email. For this phone number, let's say fake, and here we have another method that is for the phone number. Now for gender column, go here. Again I will use fake and then use random element because for this column actually we need to pass a set of values. So random element, here we have some spelling mistake. We need to pass an array. So inside this array, as we know that we need to pass a set of value. So either the value will be male, female and other. If I go inside table structure, go inside the students structure, so we can see that inside gender column we need for a single row any of these values like male, female and others. Apart from these values, any other value will not be accepted. So that's why we have used the concept of random element. Each time when we generate a set of fake value, so each time a unique value from this array, either it can be a male, female or others. So successfully, now our student factory now ready to generate fake data. So in the next step, what we have to do, we need to go inside seeders, open up database seeder.php, go inside run method, and here we need to load our model class, and that is app models, and from models we'll call student model class and we'll call factory method, and let's say that we want to generate 100 number of students, and finally we need to call a create method. All we have done using the concept of factory. Save all these changes, back to project terminal. If I type php artisan, now if you go inside our db seed command, so here inside this db section we can see here we have a command called db seed. Look at single line description, seed the database with records. So what I will do, how to use that, php artisan, as simple as that, db : seed. So once we execute this line of code, simple, it will call database seeder.php and run method will be executed. So inside this run method, here we have the line of code which is calling student factory to generate 100 number of rows, and each time when it calls the definition method of this student factory, each time a unique fake value will be generated. So go here, if I press enter, so as we can see process started and now completed. So within seconds it has generated. Let's go and check that. Go to our table, click on browse. Now we can see that inside students table we have 100 number of rows. So within seconds, I think in milliseconds, it has generated dummy value and 100 number of rows inside table. So this was our first concept, that is by using factory, how can we generate fake data for our table. Let's discuss the second option, that is all about using the concept of seeder. So first, let's create a seeder class file. So once we create seeder class file, it will go and store inside the seeders folder. Back to project terminal, I will type php artisan. If we go inside our make section group, so we can see a command called make seeder. Look at single line description, it generate a new seeder class. So what we can do here, php artisan make seeder, and I want to generate a seeder class file for a student, so it will be student seeder. If I press enter, now we can see a file has been generated and saved inside database and seeders folder. Back to editor, go here inside database, seeders, and here we have our generated file. So here we have run method, so we need to write our logic, it means complete logic to generate fake data inside this run method. So here let's say fake data equals to an empty array, and here I will use the concept of for loop to generate, let's say 100 number of rows. So it will be start from index I, which is from 0 up to 100, auto increment plus plus, go inside this for loop block and fake data equals to array, and here I will use the concept of fake helper function. By using the concept of fake helper function, we will generate fake data. Already discussed the same concept inside this definition. So what we can do here, either we can copy the whole concept, go here, or simple inside this array, let's say name, email. Next we have the column as phone number and gender. In the same pattern for this name value, it will be fake and I will call name method. For this email value, again I will call fake and this time I will call save email, and after this save email. For this phone number, again this will be fake helper function and I will call phone number. For this gender, I will call fake method, means fake helper function, and then I will use the concept of random element, and inside this array I will pass male, female, and here it will be others. So this loop will go from index 0 up to 99. It means 100 number of rows will go and store inside this fake data array. So in the next, let's load a DB facade here. So use DB. This DB facade will be loaded from eliminate, support and facades. Simple, click on that. I will go inside this run method. After this for loop block, and here we have some mistake is of semicolon, so just remove. So after this for loop block here, let's say DB, I will call table method. We want to insert inside students table, and I will use insert method, and inside this insert method we need to pass our array values. But this insert method will insert a single row at a time. So what we can do here, let's go and cut this line of code, go inside this for loop block, and what I will do, let's after this fake data, let's go and cut this array from here, get rid of this fake data, just go inside this insert method, put it here, and let's remove this fake data variable, we don't need this. So this loop will go from 0th index up to 99. Each time it will generate a unique array of fake data, and automatically this array of data will insert into our students table. So this is all about the concept of seeder class and the logical concept of this run method. Now next, how to execute this class to generate all about 100 number of rows inside students table. So what we can do here, let's go and first delete all this table data first. So I will go inside operations, means table students operations tab, go here, I want to truncate, it means empty the table, click on OK. Now we don't have any rows inside this table. Back to terminal, if I type php artisan, press enter. If I go inside our command called dbseed, first I will open the help manual of this command. So to open help manual of any command, the syntax is php artisan, we type help, and after that we need to type our command name. So the command name we have called db:/seed. If I press enter, so we can see that this is all about the use or the basic syntax to use this dbseed command. Here we have a flag available that is equals to class. So by using this class flag, we can pass our seeder class, and by specifying our seeder class, we can run and execute and generate our fake data. So what we can do here, php artisan db:/seed, I will pass class flag equals to, and the class name we have called student seeder. So I will copy the class name, go here, paste it here. If I press enter, now we can see seeding started and completed. Back to table, click on browse. Now we can see again we have 100 number of rows for this students table, and this is the data this time we had generated using the concept of seeder. So successfully, in this video we have two options to generate fake data by using the concept of factory and another concept of Laravel, that is by using seeders. But the common thing is that to generate fake data each time inside each method means each process by using factory or seeders, we have used the common concept of using fake helper function. One more time, I am telling you that inside other versions of Laravel, this was a third-party package which we can install inside our setup to use and generate fake data. But inside this version, we have this available feature as the default feature of Laravel 10. So successfully, inside this video, now we have seen a great detailed concept about seeders. In the next video, we'll see some more basics concept. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.